Hello, I am Mannix from the Mannix Channels on YouTube.
Hello, I am Suki from Chronically Suki YouTube channel.
And today we're talking about fidget toys. And where better to start than the fidget spinner. Everybody's seen this type about on the high street. They spin and they are designed to help people that have ASD, which is autistic spectrum disorder, mainly used for stimming and sensory overload. My partner Suki here often suffers from both of these. So how did you find these fidget spinners helped you?
They help focus my mind, so it was like a good distraction from the sensory overload and from the stimming. Obviously it can be used as a stim itself, and you know, so when my mind's racing and being overloaded with everything that's going on around me, I just sit there, spin this and watch it spin for a little while, focus on that, and it helps to block out everything around me and calms the overload down.
For those who don't know, what is stimming?
Stimming is a repetitive action which someone does. Most of the time they don't realise they're doing it, and it is usually done when they're overstimulated, such as overexcited, they're anxious. You know, it can be happy emotion or a sad emotion that you can stim on. If you think, like, if you've seen someone sat there shaking their leg a lot, bouncing their leg up and down, that is a stim. You know, so.
Well, in that case, one of my stims is I like to click things and fiddle with things, which is why the fidget spinners were invented. And I have two personal choices. One is the fidget cube, which has lots of little things to play with, including a light switch, which I'm endlessly clicking, much to everybody's annoyance. It's got little buttons on the front that simulate bubble pop. Everybody loves, you know, the bubble wrap popping it. It has a little silver ball which rolls and clicks. Underneath that is, I like to call them the briefcase locks. You know, it's like a combination lock. You roll them, but it doesn't unlock anything on these. We have the analog stick to play with, which is always good for left, right, up, down, you know, fiddling around with. And on this side, I don't know if you can see that, there is a flat disc that you can spin around with your finger using the bump. Personally, I like this better than a fidget spinner because I get bored with fidget spinners. I can't even say it. I'm thinking too fast. Maybe I should use this to calm myself down. So, you know, I can switch between one to another when I get bored of it. The other one I like is the fidget pad, which looks like a gaming pad, because I am a gamer, and it has much of the same things as the fidget cube, but it's got a few extra features such as the bumps there, which is good for calming yourself down if you're having an overload. So, you know, I quite like this pad. What do you think of the pad and the cube, Suki?
I quite like them. All the buttons and switches and dials and whatnot on them are very good. I enjoy playing with them all. One of my stims is when I'm talking to someone, when I'm having conversations, because of my social anxiety, I stim a lot. And the stim is, I always rub my face and my nose like this as I'm talking, and that can be very distracting when you're trying to have a conversation with someone. And where my hand is always in front of my mouth, it blocks my voice, so then they struggle to hear me and struggle to understand me. So this and the fidget pad have helped with that, because I can stim using this whilst I'm talking to someone, rather than sitting there doing this, you know. And it has helped quite a lot. But to be honest, I like both of them, but my favourite one out of the cube and the pad would have to be the pad, mainly because of the shape. It's an easier shape to hold with my disabilities in my hand. I tend to drop the fidget cube quite a lot, but with the fidget pad, where it's an easier shape to hold, it fits in my hand better, and also it has this handy little strap that I can hook onto my fingers. Then if I were to drop it, it's just going to hang there, it won't fall on the floor and break. So that's what I really like about the pad.
Oh. The pad and the cube, quite good.
Yeah.
You like the fidget spinners as well. We've got two other toys to talk about right here. We'll try and do them simultaneously as quickly as we can, because this one is quite an easy one to explain. It's 2 bits of bike chain on 2 keychain loops with rubber bands, and it folds inside out and outside in and inside out and outside in, and that's about it. And personally, I don't like this, because you tend to try and fiddle with it with one hand, and well, look at that, now you've got a thumb ring, and then you try and get it off, and oh no, where's it gone? Down the damn drain. So personally, I don't like that one. I don't see the point of it. But if you're somebody that likes to flip a coin in your hand, or just always like rolling something in your hand, maybe if you're trying to give up smoking or something like that, that could keep your hands busy.
Yeah.
But for me personally, I don't like it. It might help someone, but it's not for me, sadly.
It's not for me either. I don't like it, to be honest. It's too fiddly, too small. I keep dropping it. It keeps getting stuck on my fingers and on my thumbs. And to be honest, I don't see. It's more annoying than calming, to be honest. So I'm not a fan of that one. I don't really have anything good to say about it, other than it came free with my fidget pad, so I didn't waste money on it. So that's the only good thing I have to say about that one.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Last but not least, let's go to a fidget toy that came out well before fidget spinners.
Yeah.
And that is the Geo balls, or better known as buckyballs. Basically, they're magnetised ball bearings that you can build little models and shapes out of. I enjoy playing with these, but I tend not to be as talented at building things as most people, and because of that, I eventually just get bored of these. What's your take on them, Suki?
I really like those. I fiddle with them all the time. As well as being calming for stress, anxiety and sensory overload and stimming and meltdowns and everything, I found that it also has helped me physically. I know that sounds weird, but I have, with the disabilities in my hands, I have arthritis in my hands.
Ah.
And for some reason, I'm not exactly sure why, I may have to research this and do a video into it another time, but magnets are very good for arthritis. They seem to help with the aches and pains of arthritis. I believe it's something to do with the magnetic field of the magnets and the magnetic field of the body, or something like that. Creates a current or something, I'm not sure what. But also they're really good for exercising and for dexterity, helping to build dexterity in your fingers and stuff. So if you are someone who has hypermobility like me as well, it is really good to play with them and build up some muscle in your fingers to help with dexterity. So,
well, just real quickly, that's oh no,
what?
I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, Well,
I think we've reviewed them all, really.
We have. That's it. I was going to ask which one was your favourite.
Yeah. To be honest, that's a difficult one. But I have two favourites.
Well, it doesn't matter which one is your favourite or not. Like.
Well, I'm gonna have to say the fidget pad.
Yeah, I agree.
For anxiety and distracting me from anxious thoughts and stuff, and then I'm gonna have to say the fidget spinner for stimming and for sensory overload. To be honest,
since I'm not
two favourites.
Yeah. Since I'm not one for like overloads often, and when I do get them and I have the fidget pad on me, that tends to help me sort of like focus my mind. Because mainly if I concentrate, my mind isn't so out there. So I would have to say fidget pad is my favourite. So all in all, we can safely say that these ingenious little kids' toy look-alike bits of ingenious inventions and plastic and metal and clicky and whatnot, they actually help people in many different ways. Like people that don't, like, it's not just for people that get sensory overload or are on the ASD. People, normal people out there, non-sensitives, just everybody can use them.
Say like a businessman who's going to a high pressure meeting, maybe he could use one of these, like the fidget cube, to help calm his nerves when he's got to go to this important meeting and stand up in front of all those people and give a presentation or whatever, you know. Anyone can use these, really. I found them really helpful, to be honest.
And they're also quite an interesting talking point, because I've met people who have seen fidget spinners in the street and they're just like, oh, it's just like another fad like Beyblade or Yu-Gi-Oh or something like that, and they're not worried about it. It's like a modern day yo-yo, and it uses simple physics. But when they see you fiddling around with this, they're quite interested with it, and they'll ask questions like, what's that you've got? It's a fidget pad. Well, what's it for? It's for keeping your...
That's basically it. It's the fidgeting.
It's clues in the name. So, I think that can bring off this collaboration to a nice little close for this particular video. I will say though, all in all, my quick one-line reviews is not for me, not worth it, interesting, fun, love it. What about you?
Ooh, look at it spin. Yeah, so fidget spinners, love them. Fidget pad, love it. Crap, just why? Yeah. That's okay, it's cool, but I keep dropping it. This is brilliant. Just sit down at home and exercise my hands with. Brilliant. So yeah.
So all in all, fidget toys, yay or nay?
Yeah, yay.
So anybody out there that has a fidget toy and would like to share your thoughts, please do. What we like might not be what you like, so at the end of the day, I've been Mannix from Channel Mannix.
And I've been Suki from Chronically Suki.
And you have been watching Fidget Toys, the review. Thank you very much. And bye-bye.
Bye-bye.